Police are looking into Amazon's Alexa as a potential witness to a murder.
This is very 2019, isn't it? Fox 5 legal analyst Wendy Patrick joining us now to explain. Good morning, Wendy.
Good morning, almost 2020.
What is this case all about? Alexa being called as a potential witness in a murder case, no less.
That's right. And you know, thankfully, Alexa is not a witness that probably isn't going to show up because it's easy to get her into court. Now,
Sure.
the question is, what kind of a witness will she be and what did she overhear? And this is not the first murder case, this one out of Florida. This is not the first case in which Alexa-based products, okay, this is rise of the machines, have been witnesses to murder or robbery or rape or other terrible things. Because remember, they don't only need to hear the wake word, as we say, sometimes they are awakened by something that sounds like their name. So we're just seeing more and more cases as more people choose to have these devices in their homes that have overheard something incriminating that'll help investigators solve the case.
You talk about her and she like she's a person. I have a few of these in my home, and every so often, I mean, I'll look over my shoulder and be like, what is she listening to? but this is what these devices, they've changed the way, you know, situations like this, they're listening.
They are, and I'm glad you phrased it the way you did, Shelly, because it's not as if Alexa-based devices are designed to spy or to eavesdrop. They are designed to facilitate us receiving information. And there's a mute button, in which case you can make them like any other piece of furniture in the room. They don't listen to anything.
It becomes a paperweight, sort of.
That's right, exactly, or a doorstop, or whatever you want to use it for. But the issue is, you know, if somebody goes into somebody else's house to commit a crime, you have no idea what is or isn't listening to your conversations. That's why it has become so valuable as a potential, as you say, silent witness, but with inherent source credibility. Nonpartisan, non-biased.
Sure.
It is whatever was recorded is what you can at least attempt to admit in a court.
So is the gist of this that they're going into the whatever was recorded into the Alexa and it's there in the memory banks of wherever that is, and that provides the evidence of what happened in that moment?
Well, when you're looking at like Alexa or something like this, Echo Dots, these types of things, you look at what's stored on, for example, the Amazon server, you know, where it's uploading information. But let me tell you, you talk about being 2019, we're almost 2020, so I'll use that marker. We have pacemakers, Fitbits, black boxes, GPSs. So much of our electronic equipment is generating and retaining the kind of data that investigators need to solve crimes. That maybe if somebody goes missing, that we can use to then reconstruct their movements. So both good and bad, both embarrassing and incriminating, there is a wealth of information that is available at our fingertips to help make sense when somebody either can't be found or is suspected of a crime or wants to be exonerated of a crime. There's just a lot of ways in which we're now using this electronic data.
Wow.
And you say she's always listening. Just on a side note, the amount of times that we've said Alexa, we've probably activated it in people's homes.
That's great, and that has happened on the air before.
Yes,
that's right, I remember.
Because she is listening. How is Amazon responding?
Amazon wants to make sure that they respond with applicable subpoenas and court orders, but they also don't want to receive requests that are overly broad because they respect user privacy. So what they're seeking to do is the same thing the courts are seeking to do. Balance justice and privacy and make sure that they don't turn over too much or too little, but that they also want to make sure they obey the law, like they did in this murder case we're talking about and as they've done in other cases.
It's just fascinating because it seems like with the technology, you have to kind of write new laws as you go. There's a lot of precedent. We just did a story 5-10 minutes ago about how they're hacking your Alexa devices using a laser that points into the microphone. So a defense could be, hey, a guy with the laser could have pointed the thing and it was all wrong.
Well, that's right. And that's a double-edged sword. So technology may have outpaced the criminal mind. Let's just make sure that criminals don't outpace technology.
Wow. Wendy Patrick, thank you so much for the insight on this.
Thank
That was
you.
awesome.